The Three Passes trek has been described as the ultimate trek of the Everest region. It combines the famous Everest Base Camp trek with climbing and traversing 3 alpine passes in the heart of the Himalaya. It's known to take 3 weeks to complete, have the most spectacular views, and be one of the most difficult treks in the region. We're Mason and Shelley, and we're just adrift. Episode 148, We Love Namche Bazaar. In our last episode, we hopped on the tiniest plane to fly into the most dangerous airport in the world. Arriving in Lukla, we began our first day of the Three Passes trek in the Everest region. In this episode, we have our first challenging day of trekking from Phakding to the beautiful town of Namche Bazaar. Here we take a rest day to acclimate to the elevation and enjoy staying in the last large town before the more remote trekking begins.
Delicious.
Gonna get foam everywhere.
This is so good.
Oh, thank
Thank you so much.
Welcome.
Delicious.
Yes, perfect. Thank you.
We say our goodbyes and head out after breakfast.
Thank you. Bye.
Today we hike from Phakding to the colorful town of Namche Bazaar. I have heard so much about Namche from Mason, and I cannot wait to see it for myself. Today's trek will be similar to yesterday's, but it is substantially longer with much more elevation gain. We will be going 10.5 kilometers, nearly 6.5 miles, with an elevation gain of nearly 750 meters. We are blessed with another beautiful day. We cross through many small towns, enjoying the colorful prayer flags and prayer wheels along the way. We take care to pass the Mani stones on the left for good luck, as this is the way the world turns. We pass gigantic boulders with Buddhist mantras carved into them. Their graphic, curving black and white script is mesmerizing. We admire many gardens and flowers along the way as we follow the icy blue Dudkosi River. We cross over so many bridges I lose count. The highest will take your breath away, covered in billowing silk flags. Hiking through the lower valleys makes a lasting impression of Nepal.
We've been on the trail now for about 2 hours.
Oh, it's been so pretty. We've been going steadily up, but we've been in a shaded path that kind of runs along the river. And there's
Yeah.
lots of waterfalls and these adorable towns.
The weather is perfect right now too. It's nice and cool in the shade. It's a little warm in the sun, but that's welcome.
Yeah.
Knowing what we're getting into, and as we get higher, that temp is gonna drop. So all these villages are so cool. There are so many tea houses, little stores where you could buy any gear you think you may need, and just about anything you want.
Yeah.
Right now we are at the entrance to Sagarmatha National Park, where you stop, you pay an additional national park fee, and then enter the actual national park. It's just outside of Manjo. The views are starting to get more dramatic. You're starting to see these snow-covered peaks out here that are just stunningly beautiful. It's really cool also to see this 3D map that they have here. Jeet, our porter, was showing us our route and the passes that we're gonna go over, and it's pretty cool. It seems like a long way.
It seems impossible looking at the map, but you know, it's not.
We're gonna do it. Lunchtime.
Pat's house.
This is so good. It's like vegetable lo mein, basically. Veggie noodles.
Lunch was delicious. We are off. Next stop, Namche. We cross a few more suspension bridges, and then after that, it gets pretty steep. Should take us about 3.5 hours. Nice and slow, steady pace.
There are countless trains of donkeys carrying everything from sugar to canisters of gas up and down the mountain. Sometimes the donkeys are adorned with bells and colorful woven face masks. Other times their herder is yelling and throwing stones at them. I'd like to think if it were me, I'd be the one to dress my donkeys in beautiful masks and give them sweet names.
Wow.
Altitude begins to make everything more difficult, and this is the first time I can remember having to stop for so many breaks along the way. Today was much harder than I had anticipated, making me inwardly worried about the hikes to come. We just stopped at a rest area after our first real climb, so our first elevation gain, and they have a little area here. There's a woman selling some snacks, there's a toilet, and it's a really clear day, so we have our first view of Everest, which is so cool to see, finally. We're about an hour and a half from Namche, but it's been a pretty pleasant hike so far, but I would say this has been the most difficult of the trip. Oh.
Almost there. We are at the Namche checkpoint. It's just another national park checkpoint. Shelly's rigged up. That last stretch was pretty steep, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think the hard thing is it's just up. So
Yeah.
you gotta take your own breaks.
It's
so
a slow march.
It's a slow march.
But you can take your time, you can take it nice and slow. It's probably better to acclimate to take it nice and slow.
I think so.
Oh, that's so pretty.
After countless steps, we finally arrive at Namche Bazaar. The town is built like a stadium, as if a giant scoop has been taken out of the side of the cliff. Colorful rows of buildings and terraces climb up the face of the mountain. Everyone has a stunning view of the surrounding snow-covered peaks. Namche is the last major town before we gain more elevation and trek into more remote regions. It has an abundance of restaurants, trekking shops, bakeries, bars, and stores. You can basically find whatever you need here, and this is the last place to get it.
Today is day 3 on our Everest Base Camp / the Three Passes trek.
And we're about to go on one of the most popular day hikes up to the Everest viewpoint. So excited for that. And then we're going to explore the town a little bit. It's a beautiful day. It's really clear. The mountain is, I think it's much clearer than yesterday because it just seems so vibrant and so big.
Yeah. It is a rest day, so to speak. There's no true rest days out here. But a benefit to doing this hike beyond being able to see Everest is also just to gain some more elevation, hang out up there a little bit before you come down to help you acclimate to the elevation.
Yay.
We are at Hotel Everest View, enjoying some coffee with Jeet and enjoying an amazing view of Everest and the Himalayan range in front of it. It is incredible.
It is incredible, and I feel like this is a really good introduction to the hike to come in the next few days because you get to see the valley that we're going to be hiking through. We hiked maybe 2 hours or less to get here, and we gained under 1,000 feet elevation. So it's really a very rewarding stop at the very top to this view.
After you have a cup of tea or coffee at the Hotel Everest View, there's a few different ways to get back to Namche. You can of course go back the way you came. There's quite a few different variations. We're gonna pass through the village of Khumjung on our way back down to check it out. So far, it's a nice gradual trail, which is nice. And the village looks beautiful from here.
हो राम 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 पुरै गाँठै गाँठा बनाएछ अहिले उता घरमा गएर सुशील तिम्रो सुशील एन्ड रितु रितु
We got back from our side hike this morning. What'd you think of it?
It was cool to see, another town we weren't expecting to see. It's beautiful, like the views are just gorgeous.
Yeah.
And as you round the bend, you see something new every time. So all in all, it was a beautiful hike. Total trip length was about 6 miles for everything, all the way back. So now we're gonna go explore the city a little bit, which is what I've been really looking forward to. Pizza! Pizza!
Okay, please enjoy.
Thank you very much, sir.
I ordered the vegetarian pizza and Mason ordered the veggie burger. Both were 750 Nepalese rupees, which is about $6.50. And then we also got 2 tall boy beers, which each one of these is 650 rupees, which is about $5.25. Pretty good.
What do you think?
Delicious.
If you're interested in this area and maybe you think you can't do the entire trek, or you're going to Kathmandu and you want a little something to do on the side, I would even say coming to Namche, doing 2 days up to Namche and 2 days back, just to see this place is incredible. It's beautiful.
There's day hikes from here too.
There's
and,
amazing day hikes to see Everest. It's a great point.
I mean, it's a destination on its own, I think.
Well, we just left the pizzeria and bakery and
What a great time!
ran into some different people and just chatted, and it was cool. It felt
nice. It felt normal, to meet people out and just chit chat and hear about their lives and what's going on, and it's
felt
much
communal. like a lot of really great treks, just running into different people from around the world and finding out a little bit about them.
This wraps up day 3 in Namche. We really loved our time in this town. Up next, we venture on to the tiny town of Debuche, stopping at the most majestic monastery along the way. Thank you so much for watching, and please be sure to like this video, subscribe, and hit the bell for notifications. It really helps us out. Till next time, namaste.